Hello all, welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand two important things. One is optional properties, another one is read-only properties for any um, custom type, especially for objects. Okay, let's go and write some code so that it's very easy to understand. So if you see, we have defined one custom type for objects like employee. So I've taken few properties like employee ID, first name, last name, age, email ID, and salary. So I'm just going to create an employee one. Okay, that should follow the structure of this employee, or we can put always like employee type. That will be meaningful. This employee type equal to this object. Obviously, it will throw an error because we should pass those details. So quickly add few details, employee ID. I'm just giving that a string so that okay, you can go and give like some it's just random number. And the first name you can give Surya. Last name just he scored a beautiful century against Gujarat Titans. I just mentioned his name. Okay, congratulations, Surya Kumar. Super innings. Okay, I hope you love cricket so that you know who is Surya Kumar Yadav. So age, I'm just mentioning like Surya Kumar. I think it's 32 or something, 34, whatever it is. So email ID, I'm just giving it's a string so that you just either follow double quotations or single quotations. I think I just followed, I didn't follow the structure, but please follow either double quotations or single quotations. More meaningful. Email ID like surya@gmail.com. I'm just creating everything. Salary, we can give suppose something 50,000. So this TypeScript is very happy that okay, it is not throwing any error. Very good. But what is our topic? We should learn what is that optional properties, okay? And what is read only? Read only. By the name, by the name itself, okay, we can understand that. So if you put read only for any property, once we assign some value, we can't change that value. And we can read that value, but we can't change that value. Optional means even though if we don't provide that value, it should not throw any error. That's all. So now let's first understand what is optional properties. Suppose if you see right now, if you don't provide any of this property, definitely it will throw error. Right now, the salary I'm just putting, just remove this one. Okay, it is throwing error. It is throwing error. But if you make this salary field as optional, so if you want to make it optional, just give a question mark after that the property name. Okay, then it is optional. Suppose if you see now it is not throwing any error. So TypeScript understand that okay, the definition is saying that even though if you don't mention the salary details, that is fine for us. Okay, this is like optional properties. So if you want, just check. Suppose right now email ID is there, and if you don't provide email ID, if you don't provide email ID, okay, it is throwing an error. Suppose if you want to make email ID also optional, just go and just put a question mark there, then it will become the optional. So I hope you guys understood what is optional. Then we can understand the second thing, that is read only. Suppose if you want to make any property inside the object read only, so just below that property name, just add a keyword called read only. Just give one character space. So what is the meaning of this? Let's see. Suppose we have defined employee one based on this employee type. Okay, but suppose if you want to change any value. Suppose salary I just put optional, but yeah, if you want you can add it. Okay, if you want you can add it. Suppose I'm just putting 50,000. Okay, suppose if you want any increment, so obviously I want, okay, for every year everyone should get some increment. So employee dot salary, so I'm just assigning a new value, suppose 1 lakh. Okay, and if you just do the console.log, okay, and employee one, hopefully you will see the salary details as 1 lakh. But if you just try to update any property which you have mentioned as read only, okay, read only. Now if you see, if you just try to employee one dot employee ID, and if you just try to provide some another value, okay, suppose 1, suppose 0, 1, 2 or something, so it is simply throwing an error. This is awesome, right? This is awesome. Okay, cannot assign to employee ID because it is a read-only property. Because once you define, you can't update that value. So this is an awesome feature provided by the TypeScript. Okay, we can use, because the same thing. If you just go with our type also, so type also it will work as it is. But if you, so you see the same thing. So here also it will throw a same error. So either you can use interface or type. So that's optional, and read only works in similar fashion. So, so that normally if it is throwing error, that's why we don't do those mistakes. So normally whenever we are storing any records in the database like MongoDB or any SQL server, okay, that employee ID or user ID should be unique, right? Once you assign some user ID for that, we should not change it. So in that situation, we should use, it will be useful for us. Hopefully you guys understood, but please do practice. Okay? If you just watch the video, you will forget easily. Okay, and if you are a beginner, please do practice multiple times. And of course, so far we are just constructing a simple types only. So very soon we are going to enter into the complex types. So if you have done enough practice now, so that you can understand complex things easily. Okay, and if you understand the concept and if you have learned properly, okay, just click on that like button so that this information should reach, it will reach more people. Okay, then I will be happy. Thank you and see you in the next session.